Now, it seems as if Hollywood is increasingly losing its grip on what its audience actually wants. We can just look at Disney. I mean, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, big time flop. And I guess Disney and the producers who put this movie out assumed that people didn't really want a movie about Indiana Jones. They wanted a movie where he's a sidekick to a strong, don't need no man feminist woman. And I guess audiences have decided that no, that's not actually what they want. You've got The Little Mermaid, you've got Elemental, you've got Lightyear, you've got Strange World. All movies that have been deemed by the audience to be woke in some way and unpalatable and have become failures. And I'm telling you, I can't wait to see what happens with the not quite so Snow White and the One Dwarf and the Six Hipsters. That one looks like a get woke, go broke for the ages. And that's just Disney. Now, Barbie is a Warner Brothers movie, and yeah, they've got problems of their own. But it does seem clear that audiences seem to be rejecting anything that smells like it might have some sort of woke Hollywood agenda behind it. And look, I don't actually care about the Barbie movie at all. I know it's not made for me, like a lot of movies these days. But I'm just fascinated by the slow motion train wreck that Hollywood has become. And this movie might be very successful. We'll know within a couple of weeks. But it just seems like they're constantly playing with fire, and it's amazing to watch. Anyway, and that brings us to the new Barbie movie. Here's the headline from Glamour magazine. I've seen Barbie, and it's a feminist masterpiece. Here are 9 reasons why it is really brilliant. So, feminist masterpiece. Now, Barbie, I would assume that the core audience for a Barbie movie would be little girls who play with Barbie dolls. And I'm not sure if you'd ask that audience what they most would like to see in their Barbie movie, if they'd say feminism. And this movie might be brilliant. It might be a great movie. I mean, it's got an 89% critic score, though that actually doesn't mean anything. Usually that's not a good sign. But apparently there's 100 plus verified ratings from the audience that gives it a 94%. Maybe it's a really good movie. But from what I'm reading, it seems like this wasn't a movie made for the core audience, little girls. It seems like it was a movie made for journalists and for woke film critics. And if they like it, that's great. But how's it going to do with your core audience? And how's that going to go over with parents who have learned an aversion to movies aimed at their children that they think might be agenda driven? It seems like you might be playing with fire here. Now, apparently Barbie ends up going into the real world, and she is reduced to tears after being accused of setting back feminism 50 years and making women feel bad about themselves with her unrealistic body standards. And she was criticized for her role in rampant capitalist consumerism. Again, I'm saying, who is this movie made for? Because it could be a really well done movie, but if it's only going to appeal to woke journalists and critics, then, well, let's just say there won't be a Barbie 2. Let's see, Barbie the movie exceeded all my expectations. Gender stereotypes are debunked and flung on their heads. And she enjoyed this movie because she's obsessed with the myth of the patriarchy. Let's just do a quick Google search here. Greta Gerwig's Barbie movie is a feminist bimbo classic. And no, that's not an oxymoron. This Barbie is a feminist parable fighting to be great in spite of Mattel's input. Let's see, how about this one? Barbie declared a master's thesis on feminism. Barbie review, Greta Gerwig's funny feminist fantasia. So I can't help but think that they might be making a slight mistake pushing all of this before the movie comes out. Now, for a different perspective on this, let's go to Hollywood in Toto. A woke Barbie drowns in feminism and lectures. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling can't save story captured by man-hating agenda. So I think if parents see things like this, and they have, obviously, sons and brothers and fathers and husbands, and they may not be that down with the modern man-hating feminist movement, that could keep a sizable part of the audience that would be giving money to the people who made this movie, that could keep them from giving money to the people who made this movie. Don't let Barbie's dreamy, day-glow visuals fool you. The film runs on hate, not affection. Let's see, Barbie inspired by the Mattel toy, loathes men to a degree that would make a woman studies major blush. It hates the Barbie toy itself, dubbing it fascist and worse throughout the film. Barbie also hates women with sweet memories of the doll. Just know you supported the patriarchy all those years ago, and maybe even now. So ultimately, I don't care whether Barbie's a good movie or a bad movie, but I am very interested to see whether this movie makes a lot of money or not. Because the promotion of this movie seems to be, if you take a look at other movie flops recently, it seems to be counterproductive. I mean, here, Margot Robbie bragged in Barbie pitch meetings that the movie could make $1 billion. And then maybe I was overselling. I think you just might have been. A feminist anti-capitalist movie for little girls. It just feels like a lot of parents might be put off by that, and their children that they're taking to the movie are unlikely to demand to go see it a second or a third time, because the themes are probably not going to appeal to them. It's like if you made a G.I. Joe movie about pacifism. Oh, geez, I hope I didn't just give them an idea. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.